We back. We got a Bo Jackson video. Get into it.
When you talk about great running backs of all time, you're going to forget Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was one of the great running backs of all time.
You're like, no way, that can't be real. You know, you thought the TV was a video game and kind of going back and forth between reality.
And off to Bo, off the left side, gets to the outside, first down. He streaks to the 20, the 30, they'll never catch him. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 90 yards.
Greatest athlete I ever saw for pure athleticism. I think he was the best, and I hate to see that forgotten, but I don't think it bothers Bo at all.
I have never seen anybody do that.
In the history of professional sports, no one has done what Bo Jackson did. While today's athletes struggle to stay healthy playing just one sport, Bo didn't just play two. He dominated both at the highest level. He was an MLB All-Star, an NFL...
You know what's so crazy how sad that really is? That players nowadays in any sport cannot stay healthy. But you got players back then that was playing two sports and was dominant in both sports in hell. You know how insane that really is? That's crazy.
Pro bowler at the same time. This wasn't a gimmick or a publicity stunt. It was real. When Nike launched the Bo Knows campaign, it wasn't hype. It was a fact. What Bo accomplished wasn't just rare. It was unprecedented.
So Frank was able to get it in the air.
Bo Jackson unloads on this one, and no doubt about it, it's way out of here.
And in today's hyper-specialized sports world, it's flat out impossible.
If I could take the Bo from the late 80s into today's games, and he were 100% healthy, which in the end he obviously was not, Bo would dominate in football and baseball just the way he dominated in the late 80s.
In episode 1, we showed you Bo's rise from a rough Alabama childhood to a three-sport wrecking ball in high school and college. Today we enter the pros, and what happens next will absolutely never happen again. After leaving Auburn as a Heisman Trophy winner, Bo Jackson stood at a crossroads no athlete had ever faced: genuine stardom in two different professional sports. Most athletes dream of making it to the pros in one sport. Bo had to choose between two. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers selected him first overall in the 1986 NFL Draft.
Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers select first choice on the first round. Running back from Auburn, Bo Jackson.
It's draft day.
But what happened next stunned the sports world. When the Bucs flew Bo to Tampa for a physical before the draft, they told him it was cleared by the NCAA. It wasn't. That visit cost him his final season of college baseball eligibility. Intentional or not, Bo felt like they sabotaged him, and he wasn't going to let it slide.
And I told him numerous of times, if you draft me, you're going to waste a draft pick. I said, I swear to God, you're going to waste a draft pick. And they drafted me anyway. And the proof's in the pudding. They lost a draft pick, and I ended up playing with a team that I was probably meant to play for.
And so, he walked, not just from the Buccaneers, but from football altogether. Instead of taking the field in the NFL, Bo signed with the Kansas City Royals, who had taken him in the 4th round of the MLB draft. The Royals signed Bo to a 3-year deal worth just over $1 million and guaranteed him a spot on their 40-man roster, almost unheard of for a 4th-round pick.
Jackson said the football injury factor was not a major reason.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he something happened to where he left and he went to go play baseball. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's crazy. Now I did be hearing stories that Bo Jackson was one of the ones. I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But for him, like, not that I believe it, but I'm like, you know how young, man, whatever, man. Yeah, cool. I ain't know two sports. He was doing two sports. I didn't know that. I ain't know something happened with the football to where he went baseball. Man, let's see, man. We about to see.
For choosing baseball, but Jackson did refer to the football injury factor several times.
You'll never know what'll happen out there on the field. You're just out there taking it one play at a time, and the next one could be your last. And I don't think I could put up with that.
But perhaps the major reason Jackson chose baseball is that everybody expected him to pick football.
I proved all of you wrong. And now all of you are sitting here saying, this guy, He's done just the opposite. I'm going to always do the opposite.
He came over to my locker, they said, this is Bo Jackson. I'm going, what are you doing here? You know, you just won the Heisman Trophy. What are you doing in our locker room? And about 2 months later, we found out why he was there.
While most rookies spend years grinding in the minors, Bo rocketed through AA and made his major league debut just months later. Imagine being a Bucs fan with the #1 overall pick and then finding out that you wasted your pick. I instantly get those images from past NFL drafts of Jets fans. By refusing to listen to Bo and drafting him anyway, the Buccaneers lit the #1 pick on fire. They could have taken Charles Haley, who'd go on to win 5 Super Bowls and make the Hall of Fame. Or Kevin Green, another future Hall of Famer with 160 career sacks. They could have even taken Neil Anderson, the 4-time Pro Bowl running back who replaced Walter Payton in Chicago. Instead, they got nothing, while Bo became a legend in another sport. Bo said later on that if the Bucs would have traded his pick to another team, he would have played football.
How different could it have gone had, like, you just didn't want to play in the NFL for Tampa, right?
I didn't want to play for Tampa, no.
So if it was anybody else, what would have happened?
If it would have been the 49ers, more than likely, I probably would have still tried out for baseball somewhere if they had let me.
And the fallout, it was brutal. The Bucs went 2-14 that season. The same record they had the...
That's the one thing, bro. I think some players probably don't have it like that. Not how... I'm not sure how it works now, but the person saying he doesn't want to play for your team, you better take it in consideration, because one thing is the players don't have to sign that contract. If they want to go back to college or whatever it is, they don't have to sign. As long as they don't sign that contract, I'm pretty sure it doesn't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all just wasted a draft pick, and he was telling you he was not gonna play. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to list out to the players, bro. They said they don't want to play for you, but take that in consideration, because
year before. In fact, from the moment they drafted Bo, they didn't have a single winning season for nearly a decade. On June 30th, 1986, Bo began his major league career with the AA Memphis Chicks.
First at bat, first inning. Here's the pitch, a smash up the middle, base hit, drives in one as the Memphis Chicks take a 3-0 lead over the Columbus Astros. Bo Jackson's decision to play baseball, looking pretty good through his first at bat.
In just 53 games with Memphis, Bo stole 25 bases, hit 7 home runs while batting .277. That was enough for the Royals to pull the trigger. On September 2nd, 1986, Bo Jackson made his major league debut against the White Sox, going 1 for 3. What many forget, though, Bo's first at-bat was against Hall of Famer Steve Carlton. Bo crushed a curveball over the left field pole in what many thought was a home run, but the ump called it foul. On the next pitch, Bo hit a routine ground ball to second base, but somehow beat out the throw for his first major league hit in his very first at-bat.
This guy's 220 pounds. How can he move that fast? How can he get down the line that fast? And that set the precedent right there that this guy can run like a deer.
On September 15th, Bo hit his first home run. It just happened to be the longest home run in the stadium's history.
Right-hander into the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Making ball driven to left center field and well hit. Back goes Bradley. Back goes Moses. Oh, it's a home run, and it's almost on the top of the bank in left field.
By next season, Bo had played his way into KC's starting lineup. His first full season gave fans glimpses of what was to come. 22 home runs, 10 stolen bases, and jaw-dropping athleticism in the outfield. He still lacked polish.
Do you know how insane it is really to, like, how insane it is really to be like a rookie or getting into like the league and you're already special? Not how insane, it's not really insane, but I'm saying like the sport people thought you was gonna choose and you're good at it. Like, they probably didn't expect him to be like amazing. They probably be like decent, you know what I'm saying? They probably expect him to be, you know what I'm saying, off the bat getting called up right away. Because, you know, especially in baseball, it takes sometimes years just for that player to get called up to the big leagues. You know what I'm saying? Because baseball, one thing about baseball, you got AA, AAA. and they got the majors. Sometimes the majors, bro, sometimes that does take a little while just to get up there. Sometimes it can take 7 years, 8 years just to get up there, you know? But he did it quick, span of months, within a year.
But nobody could take their eyes off him.
When I think of Bo Jackson, I think of the best athlete there's ever been, by far. He's just a God-gifted young man.
Whether it's speed of foot, bat speed, he even throws fast.
Was Bo like a jaw dropper for even professional athletes?
Yes.
Yeah?
I mean, you know, you watch him come off the football field and just without any kind of practice, just step on a baseball field and start launching balls 500 feet. Just like unbelievable. One of the fastest guys I've ever seen.
Bo could turn a routine single into a double and made throws from the warning track that left base runners frozen.
And if that had been a play made in the World Series, it would be legendary. It was just that great an athletic play.
It was the greatest play I've ever seen.
Bo hits it high and deep to right field. If it stays fair, it could be. Roble in the corner. It's a home run for Bo Jackson.
You know, you've got to really be careful when you face him because anytime he swings the bat, I mean, he can hit it 500 feet.
Also, during the 1987 baseball season, Bo was drafted by the LA Raiders in the 7th round. While Bo was on the road for baseball, he got a call from his agent letting him know that a team had expressed interest. When his agent told him it was the LA Raiders, Bo was in. Ironically, when legendary owner Al Davis drafted the first dual sports star and probably the greatest athlete ever, it wasn't even front page news in LA. Bo joined the Raiders during week 7 of the season. Although there was some talk of the Boz versus Bo matchup, he didn't actually play until a week later against the Patriots.
He's crazy if he thinks he can do both.
He's such a unique athlete, blessed with the size and the speed, you know, very similar to Herschel Walker. And I think football really missed something when he opted for baseball. And, you know, he might be wanting to prove himself in another sport because he has done fairly well in baseball so far.
Bo Jackson is an extraordinary athlete. I think we all know that. And if there's anyone who can pull it off, it would be Bo Jackson. I think he's crazy, and just from the pure sense of if I had it to relive over again my childhood, I'd be down that baseball park hitting a curveball. I mean, these guys go into arbitration and lose for $1.6 million. Sorry, I'm not crying, guys.
I believe it can be done. You look at...
It's possible. It's possible, but the thing is, will the leagues allow it? It's possible, but I'm saying, will they allow it or not? That's the only thing I feel like is if will they allow it? That's the only thing That's the only thing is if they will allow it. I know back then, you know what I'm saying, back in the 80s and all the 90s, yeah, they're doing it, but I'm talking about today. Like today, will they allow these players to say like if they played 2 sports in college or whatever it is, and they had to pick a sport, because you know Russell Wilson, remember he was drafted, I think Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray, I think Kyler Murray drafted by the A's, he chose football. Russell Wilson was drafted by I forgot who, but he chose football. I'm saying is like, will these leagues, will the NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever, will they allow these players to play 2 different sports at the same time? Will they not? Who knows?
Today's athletes, they're tremendous. He's gifted with baseball talent and he's gifted with football talent, and it's great to know that the Raiders haven't given up on signing top athletes, and to have Bo Jackson on our roster, hey, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to let the opposition worry about it.
Let's think about this for a second. Bo had just finished a full baseball season, had no off season, and comes into the highest level of football and plays with a week of practice. That's crazy for someone at the high school level, much less the NFL.
Here's the Kansas City Royals. Any way you look at it, I have to do my job with the Kansas City Royals before I could do anything else. Whatever comes after baseball season is a hobby for Bo Jackson. Just like fishing and hunting, I may pick up another hobby after baseball season.
In Bo's first NFL action, he rushed for 37 yards.
Do not tell me. Is he saying football, it was just a hobby to him? Is he saying that? That's great. If he's saying this was just anything after baseball was just a hobby, to me, the way he was saying it, to me, it sounded like he loved baseball more maybe than football. Maybe he was just better, or he was just good at both sports. But from what he's saying to me, it sounded like he's saying he loves baseball more. I could be wrong though. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below.
On 8 carries.
Here's Bo Jackson with his first NFL carry. Bo hasn't lost a whole lot, has he? Bo Jackson takes it out across the 25-yard line. His first carry of the National Football League is good for 12 yards.
The Raiders went on to lose that game, 23-26, as well as the next 3 games after that.
Sheesh.
But as Bo's carries increased, the results started to change. In the Week 11 loss to the Broncos, Bo scored his first touchdown in impressive fashion while averaging 7.5 yards per carry.
Oh, look at this, a little reverse from that running wheel. Bo Jackson.
Oh my gosh. Look how fast he is.
Look at those eyes. Just look at those eyes. Only the second touchdown in the first half by these Raider regulars in the last 7 games now.
That's a play the Broncos didn't see on film. A new one for this game, and it pays off.
Then, the next week we get to see the Boz versus Bo matchup as the Raiders traveled to Seattle for Monday Night Football. Obviously, Boz talking trash before the game is why this matchup was talked about.
That's the matchup you like to see. Bo Jackson with the ball. Brian Bosworth. Here's he plays it perfectly. Flows to the football. Meets Bo Jackson at the 2 easily.
To me, though, the story was, in Bo's 5th game, he rushed for 221 yards, averaging 12.3 yards per carry, including this 91-yard touchdown where he made NFL stars look slow on Monday Night Football.
He just took off and went, boom, like there was a jet came in. He was running so fast he couldn't slow down. He just ran all the way up the tunnel, and they lost him. And the camera's going, bo, 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 bo. He was gone. There was no guy.
The Raiders finished that year with 3
That's insane for him to be that, bro. Sometimes it is hard to play 2 different sports only because baseball, football, whatever it is, basketball, you have to train your body differently. You know what I'm saying? So it could be difficult, could be not. But when you do play different sports, or how many sports you play, it's like you have to train your body differently. You have to get used to being in that sport again. You know? Is it hard? No. Is it difficult? It could be. It could be if you make it difficult, but I don't believe it's really difficult. It just, you know what I'm saying, different sports train your body differently, you know what I'm saying?
consecutive losses at 5-10. Bo headed back to training camp for the '88 baseball season. That season showed his raw power and growing pains as a still developing baseball player. He played in 124 games for the Kansas City Royals, and when he made contact, it was violent. Bo blasted 25 home runs, drove in 68 RBIs, and stole 27 bases, becoming one of the rare players to post a 25-25 season. That alone would turn heads. But he also struck out 146 times, the second most in the American League. Bo wasn't polished yet, but the ceiling was obvious. Playing at Baltimore that year, he hit a home run despite trying to call a timeout.
Bo Jackson last year as a rookie set a Royals rookie mark with 22 home runs. He wanted to call time on that pitch and nailed it to deep left. Can you believe that? Incredible. He wanted to call timeout, held up his left hand to request time. He didn't get it. Swung the bat, hit out of the park. A 3-run homer.
Scouts were salivating. Fans were glued. Even with the strikeouts, Bo was already must-see TV.
He had his bat on top of his helmet and he just started pulling.
He could stretch a single into a double, gun down a runner from deep right field, or disappear a baseball 450.
What the? Wait. What am I looking
to
at?
A double, gun down a runner from deep right field.
Oh my gosh. That ball looked like it got there with a speed of light, like this. Boop. It was like, boop. Bro, what? Am I tripping? Yo, am I tripping?
He could stretch a single into a double, gun down a runner from deep right field, or
what? That's ridiculous.
Disappear a baseball 450 feet. In a league full of specialists, Bo was pure chaos in cleats, unpredictable, electric, and explosive.
The size, the speed, the power. I mean, he had all of that. And he makes the catch.
Like an interception.
Bo Jackson timing that high drive by.
Bo Bo's clips remind me of Michael Vick in that even his routine moments were viral. KC finished third in the American League West that season, missing out on the playoffs. Then, less than 2 weeks later, Bo reported to the Raiders on Wednesday, October 14th, and played against the Kansas City Chiefs 2 days later, rushing for 70 yards. Again, let's appreciate how crazy this is for a second. No training camp, just hello NFL, let's go. Even though he missed the first half of the season, Bo still rushed for 580 yards and regularly outgained Marcus Allen in individual games.
The guy can flat out fly. I mean, from the first 20 yards, I don't know if there's anybody as fast as he is. I mean, pure and simple explosion.
When Bo touches the football, the anticipation is unparalleled in anything I've seen in football.
The Raiders had 2 Heisman winners sharing the backfield, but Bo's explosiveness often stole the show. But the '88 season was just a precursor to what was coming in 1989. In 1989, Bo was voted onto the All-Star team, but before the break, he made one of the most spectacular defensive plays of the year in a tie 3-3 game in the 10th inning against the Seattle Mariners. With Harold Reynolds on first, Scott Bradley hit a dart off the left field wall. Reynolds, who was running with the pitch, should have easily scored. Bo scooped the ball near the warning track, didn't even take a step, and uncorked a 300-foot frozen rope, flat-footed, to catcher Bob Boone, who tagged out a stunned Reynolds at home plate. No one there could believe what just happened as the Royals went on to win the game in 13 innings. It's a shame, though, that the TV coverage didn't quite capture this incredible play. All the focus was around the first base umpire being out of place on the call. With the July All-Star game approaching, Nike was preparing to launch the Bo Knows campaign. Everyone remembers.
Bro, what? For him to do that that the runner was supposed to
these commercials.
Don't I know you? Nice shoes. Yo, Kansas City one. Are you sure we haven't met before? Now where's that Tour de France thing? Nice shoes. I knew I should have taken the right turn at Albuquerque. Have you ever been to LA? Hold on, sir. That's what you think, dudes. Might you all join me in a spot of tea? Where'd you play your college ball? What is he doing here?
I thought this was another Bono's commercial.
Has anyone seen Bo's ball? I know, Kansas City. Nice shoes. Nice shoes. You ever play with Bo Diddley?
Interestingly, though, Nike couldn't have asked for better timing to launch the campaign. Down 2-0 with 2 on in the first inning of the All-Star game, Bo makes a tough catch look routine to prevent further damage.
And a drive into left center field, coming in a hurry to pick it off. A fine catch by Bo Jackson, and that saves the American League from further damage.
Then, Bo led off the American League team with a homer and former President Reagan talking on the broadcast.
Hey. He's remarkable, and look at that one. Bo Jackson says hello.
Bro, he is hitting the home. So he was hitting the homers. Baseball season ends, and he goes to the NFL. No training camp, no warm up, no nothing, and just really like that. He was really doing that for real. Hitting homers, doing all this in a baseball All-Star game baseball. Then go to football for the Raiders. No training camp, and just dominating like that. Like, bro.
Interestingly, Wade Boggs hit another one right after Bo to tie the game. On Bo's next at-bat, he hits a double play ball to short, but beats the throw to first, thus scoring a run. He then stole a base, making him the second player in All-Star game history to homer and steal a base in the same game. Bo finished the game 2 for 4 with a run, 2 RBIs, and the game MVP. Ironically, during one of the commercial breaks, Nike rolled out the campaign launching their cross-training shoes.
They were all awed by this one player named Bo Jackson.
And then I guess at some point during the game, during one of the commercial breaks, they roll out the Nike campaign.
He hit a home run in the All-Star game. And then you go to commercial, and it's like, Bo knows.
Bo knows baseball.
Bo knows football. Bo knows basketball, too.
Bo knows tennis?
Bo knows running.
No.
Bo knows cycling.
Bo knows weights.
That, bro, that's actually smart for him to do that. To where, like, he hits a homer, go to commercial, and they roll this out. See, that's smart marketing. That's some great marketing. That's beautiful marketing. That's crazy. Hit a home run, and then they release the campaign. That's some good marketing. I'm not gonna lie, that's some great marketing for real.
Bo, you don't know diddly.
Bo finished the '89 season with superstar numbers.
Are you surprised at your success in baseball?
No, I think I'm not trying to sound conceited or nothing, but I think the public is more surprised than I am because they're the ones a couple of years ago that said that this kid is out of his mind. He can't do this. And I just come out and I do what I do every day and just let everything else take care of itself.
And the Royals had their best season in a while, finishing second in the American League West and tied for the third best record in baseball, but unfortunately did not qualify for the postseason because that was the pre-wildcard era. I guess that was good for Raiders fans though.
Bro, what? So, there was no wild. This is why I said it's so important to learn about sports history or history in general, because I did not know there was no wild card. Because right there, 92 and 70, that should get you into the wild card round. I did not know that the wild card for MLB wasn't even introduced, was even around that time. That's crazy.
Once again, Bo didn't take much time off. Truth be told, he arrived midweek before LA's October 15th game against the Chiefs. In his annual press conference, when asked about his workouts during his 10 days off, Bo responded that he caught 3 catfish. Then 2 days later, Bo rushed for 85 yards on 11 carries, including this 45-yard touchdown run. In Week 9 against the Bengals, Bo broke loose for a jaw-dropping 92-yard touchdown. That run is still one of the longest in Raiders history.
And here's Bo Jackson around the corner and down the sideline, and there he goes!
2 weeks later, he torched the Broncos for 113 yards on just 14 carries. Playing less than 70% of the season, Bo made the Pro Bowl and is still the only player to become an MLB and NFL All-Star, and he did it in the same year. This feat is unmatched, and one of the defining reasons why Bo knows wasn't just a slogan, it was a statement of fact. Unfortunately,
bro, what? He was the MLB All-Star and got to the end, back to see in midweek, and was named a Pro Bowler is insane. And they say he's the only one to do that. Dog, that's crazy.
The 8-8 Raiders missed out on the playoffs once again, but in reality, that probably helped Bo from a health standpoint. His 1990 baseball season was arguably better than his 1989 All-Star campaign. He batted .272 and hit 28 home runs in just 111 games. He was more of a complete hitter, reducing his strikeouts to 128, but nagging injuries cut his season short. But it wasn't without memorable moments. On July 11th, he made this routine play against the Orioles.
And not talent. Orsolak licks that one to left center field. Bo on the charge. Bo is there. Yo, mama, run that ball.
He's running back in Baltimore at the old stadium there, and he reaches up and catches a ball over his shoulder. And he's about 3 or 4 feet from the fence. And he jumps up on the wall, takes about 3 or 4 steps, and then jumps off and lands on his feet. And I'm saying, wait a second. I have never seen anybody do that.
I remember thinking, like, is that a big deal? Because it wasn't, not because I'd ever seen anything like that, but it didn't look like a big deal to him.
Again, this is not a human being. This is just somebody that was just thrown out here from outer space to be able to put on a royal uniform.
On July 7th,
not everybody can do that right there. Jump, like right there, go like jump, not jump off the wall, but like he just did it casually, like it was just normal routine. He just did it. Oh my gosh, he just did it casually, like it was nothing, y'all. He legit did it casually, like it was nothing. He just did it casually, like it was just nothing, like it was just simple. That's, bro, what?
17th, he hit 3 home runs in 3 consecutive at-bats, driving in 7 runs against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. On August 26th, he hit a home run in his first at-bat after returning from a 6-week stint on the disabled list. This marked his 4th consecutive home run over a span of games, a feat that tied a major league record. Bo rejoined the Raiders in October in Week 7 against San Diego, scoring 2 touchdowns. The Raiders entered their bye week with a record of 6-1, clearly their best season in a while. In Week 13 against the Broncos, Bo scored twice and rushed for 117 yards on 13 carries, including this incredible 62-yarder.
I am the type of guy that's determined not to be stopped, or I refuse to be beat at anything.
Then, in Week 14 in Detroit, Monday Night Football featured a fun matchup with the Lions and Barry Sanders. Barry rushed for 176 yards on 25 carries, and Bo carried the ball 18 times for 129 yards, including this 55-yard touchdown as the Raiders...
Bro, like, oh my, imagine watching this. Like, I would to love watch this game right here, but like, and I'm talking about not the highlight. I'm talking about going back on YouTube. No. I'm talking about live in your living room, bedroom, wherever the TV was. You're watching Bo Jackson in the Raiders versus Barry Sanders in the Detroit Lions. Oh my, that would probably be so insane to watch and beautiful to watch. You got Bo Jackson, 2-sport athlete. You got Barry Sanders. Ooh, man.
Took out the Lions in a 38-31 shootout. The next week, Bo once again made the Bengals look like peewees when he rushed for 117 yards on just 8 carries, including this spectacular 88-yard reverse.
It wasn't too big a deal to me. To me, it still was an 88-yard run, and that almost resulted into a touchdown. You just have to look at it and shake your head. You know, I mean, me and Marcus went on the field and told him get in the end zone and everything like that. But when he came to the sideline, we just looked at him. We just shook our head because, I mean, I don't know of any other back in the league who could have made that run except Bo Jackson.
The Raiders finished the regular season 12-4, winning the AFC West, and faced the Bengals in Bo's first playoff appearance as a pro in either sport. Bo looked every bit like the unstoppable force fans had come to expect. He ripped through the Bengals' defense for 77 yards on just 6 carries, an astounding 12.8 yards per carry. His longest run of the day, a 34-yard burst down the sideline in the third quarter, showcased his trademark blend of speed and power. But that would be the final run of his NFL career. As he was tackled from behind by linebacker Kevin Walker, Bo dislocated his hip, and then as he rolled over on the ground, he actually popped it back into socket. We'd find out later that when he did that, he severed the blood vessels to his hip. At that time, no one really thought much of the injury. Bo was playing with his kids on the sidelines during the game and telling the media that he'd play the next week.
Can you tell me the nature of the injury? Minor. I will play next Sunday. You think you'll be there next Sunday? You had an opportunity to watch yesterday's game. Have you ever had the occasion to play in that type of weather, and how do you think you'll do? I played in it twice. Once against the Bills and once against the Giants. So I'm looking forward to it. It's always nice to go up there and play against those guys.
That's sad, bro. I really feel like just the way he's saying it, I think he wants everybody to know that he's okay, but he's really not okay. Like, probably deep down he knew it was over. Like the way he's talking, it just seems like deep down, he can tell he knew it was really over for real. And that's sad too. That's really sad.
We just got to go up and try to play some intense football and try to get a win. Doesn't matter how we do it. We just got to go up and try to win. Is the injury a hip? Is it a pull, or do you have a hip pointer? It's a slight hip pointer, so it's dead, but it's really not that bad.
There was no indication that this seemingly routine play had just ended the football career of the most electrifying athlete in America. But the damage was done.
If he'd have been a less powerful athlete, he probably wouldn't have had that kind of shearing force to his hip joint, and he would have gone down in a tackle and he would have been fine. But he had such powerful legs, and that's what really got him.
The injury disrupted blood flow to the femoral head, leading to a vascular necrosis, the death of bone tissue. Just like that, the most electrifying player in the NFL, arguably the most gifted athlete America had ever seen, was gone from the gridiron forever at the age of 28. A few other notes about that day. That game marked the last 100-plus yard performance for Marcus Allen as a Raider, as well as the last postseason game for the Bengals until the 2005 season. And Phil Mickelson would win his first PGA tournament as an amateur. As spring training started, Bo reported with pain in his hip and a noticeable limp. The Royals, unsure whether Bo Jackson would ever play again after his devastating hip injury, released him on March 18th. Wow. It looked like the end of an unprecedented athletic career.
The Royals were full of hope, of course, at the time. That
no, it's sad it is, bro. That's how I've been saying, like, sports, bro, like, we can't take it for granted because injuries, bro, one of these injuries can just end your career, bro. And you'll try to get back into the sports, but it's just like your body, it just can't no more. Like your body can't. That's sad, man. You know how sad it is, like how much you love sports so much. And you're such a great athlete, like a great athlete, that just one injury can just end your career. Just like that, with the blinking of an eye, bro, and you can't do nothing about it. You can just take it on the chin and just accept that you can't play no more.
That he would be able to recover from that and go on. But as time went by and it became more and more obvious that he wasn't going to be the Bo Jackson role, they just made the very difficult decision to let him go.
But Chicago White Sox owner Jerry Reinsdorf saw something others didn't and took a chance. He signed Bo to a modest one-year deal with options, fully knowing Bo would miss time rehabbing. After months of rehab and uncertainty, doctors hoped Bo's hip would heal naturally, but it didn't. The damage was worse than expected, and by April 1992, over a year after the injury, Bo underwent a full hip replacement. At just 29 years old, he received an artificial hip typically reserved for elderly patients, not elite athletes. Doctors told him he'd be lucky to walk without a limp, let alone run or swing a bat again. But Bo Jackson wasn't wired like other athletes. While the sports world moved on, assuming his story was over, Bo quietly went to work, learning to walk again, then run, then hit. And then, his mother got sick. Bo promised her that if he ever made...
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what I've been saying, bro. You have to take care of yourself because the one thing is, they're going to treat you as an athlete. They don't really care how you're doing. They don't care about none of that. And that's a sad thing. That's what I've been saying is once you get hurt and you're not the same player as they thought you were, they can just cut you boom like that. They don't care how you feel or nothing. At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for yourself because the one thing is, once you get hurt, they don't care about none of that. They're going to cut you, leave you in the dust, leave you in the water, and go find somebody else and do this. And this just rinse and repeat. You know how sad that really is? The same thing with a job, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Made it back to the major leagues, his first hit would be for her. Then, on Bo's first at-bat,
that ball hit deep to right field. Tarnover goes back, looks up. You can't put it in the ball. Yes! Bo Jackson in his first at-bat in the 93 season.
Everyone watching knew they had just witnessed the impossible. Bo wasn't the same player physically, but he still made an impact. He hit .232 with 16 home runs that season and was named the 1993 AL Comeback Player of the Year. In 1994, he signed with the California Angels and hit .279 in a strike-shortened season. And then, with the players' strike dragging into 1995, Bo surprised everyone again, this time by walking away. At age 32, with young children at home and nothing left to prove, he chose family over fame.
He was a phenomenon, but that phenomenon was so brief that he wasn't really able to put anything lasting together. So if you're not old enough to have seen it, then there's no real reason to come across it anymore. He doesn't hold any records. He didn't win any titles. He didn't even really win that many individual awards because he shared time between the two sports. So what you really are left with are just a few fleeting images.
Bo Jackson, the only athlete ever to be an all-star in both the NFL and MLB, retired on his own terms. He didn't just come back, he rewrote the definition of resilience, and he closed the chapter as one of the greatest what-if stories in sports history. Bo once said this in response to a question about him being better if he'd just played one sport. I want to be known as the athlete who was a great person because when all of this is over, who is going to remember Bo Jackson or what he did in such and such a game? Well, Bo was right about one thing. He is a great person, but we all still remember what he did in every game.
I did not know that. And that's why I said, bro, injuries, it's such a harsh and like sad thing because a lot of these players that were so great that one injury just messed them up, like a Brandon Roy, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like if Bo Jackson never got the injury in football, what more could he have done? You know what I'm saying? What more could he have really have done? We just never know, bro. That's why I said these what if players, like we don't know what they could have done. That's why I said injuries is such, it's annoying and it's sad, and it probably gets you angry because you don't even know what you could have done. The same thing with, if you know the story of James Booby Miles, you know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be one of the ones, one of the best high school players, one of the best high school running backs. He got a whole bunch of stuff from offers from colleges, you know, so he could have been one of the ones to use that. That's why I said injuries, y'all. Injuries is such a heartbreaking thing because we don't know what if players could have been. But let me know down below what y'all think. Give me your opinions, thoughts, and reactions down below. And let me know if you guys grew up watching Bo Jackson in the NFL movie. Let me know. Type of story down below. I'll make sure to read them and heart them. But yeah, we out.